Hello guys and welcome back. Yes, that happened. We're now kind of back. Let me sort out a few things and we'll officially be back. Here we go. So, welcome back. Where were we? Where were we indeed? Alright. We had finished London Paddington and London Marylebone. We have successfully gotten in the Great Western between Paddington and Banbury. We also got in the Marylebone lines between Marylebone and Banbury and quote-unquote Marylebone and Birmingham. Brilliant. In the background, I've put in the little Kingston, the little cargo terminal, as well as putting in a few other bits and pieces dotted around the map. For example, a little steel mill next to Slough and other things around. So in Didcot you have a tools factory. You've also got over here in Oxford both a chemical place as well as a machines factory. You've got a goods conglomerate, you've got paper mill, and you've also got a goods factory up here as well, up at Banbury. So we are going to continue on with that theme, as I just make sure my computer doesn't hard crash itself. He says. There it is. Just making sure I can actually do things, and also grabbing my list because as you know, I have a list. There we go. There we go. We are back. There we go. Right. So where are we? What are we doing? Where are we doing it? We are going to be doing Reading to Bristol Parkway via Swindon, bounding ourselves towards Cardiff. So Bristol Parkway is going to be probably about up here, if I'm being completely honest. Probably 320 and about here. Yeah. So we'll put Bristol there, and this is going to be Bristol Parkway. And then we're going to need. Am I gonna work this as in as having like a slow line and a fast line, or the answer is gonna be yes. So let's take out the footbridge, let's take out the actual building itself. Make this we're gonna give this like a slow line and a fast line. In fact, thinking about this, I'm probably going to make Bristol Parkway a full 4-platform station. There we go. Bristol Parkway a 4-platform, and then we're going to have do So we're gonna have the Newbury, Swindon. So we're gonna have to come out that way. Yeah, Newbury, Swindon is that one, and you've got yeah. So the line should go Newbury, Swindon, Bristol Parkway, Cardiff, and then you've also that is what we're going to do. So I figured that out for a second because my brain apparently stopped working. You know, do things for so long and then your brain just goes, huh? Say what? Alright. No, we want that one. Oh, you want that. Continue it being straight. We don't want the catenary. We want it to be level. We're also going to keep it going. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to have that drop down to 75 to go that way. In fact, we're also going to make it connect up the slows. That one and that one. But also then going to have it start turning off. So that needs to be 60. Making that 75 on the fasts. Right, that way. We're going to need a big station for Newbury. Station for the end. Station for Newbury, station for Swindon. So Newbury, and then we'll get in Swindon's being... Yeah, they got a 80 maximum line all the way around. Awesome, and then we just now need to connect it up with Bristol Parkway, which we are going to do it this way. As the game lags because it's trying to build a bridge. Yeah, it's built that bridge. Excellent. Right. We're gonna keep to the Great Western theme and have viaducts. Do do do. There we go. So that's that line up into the Bristol Parkway. Ugh. Now my real question is, do I dare bring it over into Newport and then onto Cardiff? Yeah, I'm very tempted because if I'm gonna do Newport and have in Newport, I'm very tempted to put the station there. I'm tempted to put that there. Because then I know trains then go on to Bridget and Swansea. I might honestly complete the line to go all the way into Newport. Well, Newport and then Cardiff. To have it connect. Because I'm very tempted to have it bridge in a way over the yeah, I'm very tempted to make it bridge. Because I know that's not what I wanted. Invisible, there we go. Because if anything, yeah, I could probably get away with doing that. Have it, it's not realistic, but we could have it bridge over the Bristol Channel and into Newport via a junction on this side. Say because the Bristol Tunnel line is about 2 tracks in length, in width. So from Newport, it needs to go down to a 2 track anyway. So let's do that. Have it leave and immediately start going down. Yeah, it leaves Newport and immediately starts descending. Because the only line I've got up here that I would need to worry about would be the Murph line. Which is fine. I can deal with the Murph line quite simply. So we'll do it this way. Because what we'll need to think about taking it around there. That's going to be the branch line access point for the Murph line. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be the line upwards to Murph. Actually, I have got Murph already in, so what we're going to do is I'm going to actually get it situated. So there we go. Because I have plans with this with the Murph branch line, as you may already can see. So that's the Murph. That's Murph in, and I should probably. How bad of a slope? It's gonna be pretty bad, isn't it? Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep it. It's gonna be bad. Because then I need to do that, which then also needs to link up to that, because we need a mainline connection so that we can run freight services in and out of Murph, because Murph is connected to a narrow gauge railway, which is connected to 3 mines, being stone, coal, and iron, the main 3 exports out of Wales in the 1940s. Hence why I've done it this way. And we're in need of coal and iron at the other end of a certain line that we're currently building. I start bridging that way, for example. Get over. See, that doesn't look like it's going to be too bad of a slope down. It's not. The game just doesn't think it could do it, that's all. Down and around. There we go. So that brings the entire line down onto the main, which we're then going to bring it round and into Cardiff. There we go. bit like that, and a bit like that. So we've got slow lines, we've got fast lines for the Bristol services, because you've got, well, Bristol Temple Mead services, because you've got technically got the Cardiff to Portsmouth line that I've got to consider. So that's a thing to consider. Which of course that terminates over here as well. So to think about that, we're going to put in switchover point work at Cardiff. We're also going to adjust how we're going to work the station, so I can get in those extra platforms. So 1, 2, nope, I've done the wrong one because that says that's underground. Not underground. There we go. Yeah, we should only need 4 on each side. That brings us plenty of room there. There we go. British Rail. There we go. And then the same again on that side. Boom. Then let's get in the junctions. So first of all, let's get that in, and let's get that in. Little crossover points. Do, 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 do. Do crossover point there and there. That there for the slow trains, and then that one, and that one for the stopping trains that can figure out what platform they want to be on. Now, I do realise I may have forgotten something, and that is the Gloucester to Cardiff line. So I will get that in, don't you worry. I'm not forgetting it for long. So, probably do something like that. Welcome back to I've got some really shoddy looking shitty junctions again. This is why you came to my channel. My shoddy junctions are what brightens people's days up. That's the funny thing. There we go. And then right, we're not going to make anything more than just that because we're not going to do the Cardiff line. Oh no, the Gloucester line yet. I can talk. Right. Bridge end only needs to be a 4 platform. And I'm going to put it there. And Swansea is going to be a termini. Yeah, a little terminus at Swansea. And now I'm going to put that terminus right there. We could do a little branch. In fact, we are going to do a little branch off to Lanel. Lanel? I have no idea how you're even meant to say that. Lanelli? Oh god. I'm sure Kian is watching in the background, and he can yell at me for my pronunciation of Welsh words. I'm sure that's exactly what he's doing right now. Alright, there we go. Wait for the autosave to do its thing. There we go. And then swing it round. Right, so that's the full line? Not quite. Bring We. That was strange. It did a thing, and I don't know what it did. I'm very tempted to also connect these lines up now. Like on exiting. Yeah, I'm very tempted to do that and connect up those mains so that it just carries on. I mean, I could, if I wanted to, have like a branch that branches off here and then goes down to what would essentially be Barry in Barry Island. We could do that if I wanted to. I'd have to do some magic. Like, I'd have to have that, and then it just like follows the line out to there, and then slips back in, also slips back in there. Yeah, let's put in a little Barry line, which I might just make an auto train real. Yeah, we'll make it an auto train. Doesn't have to be big. It'd be like they're like 150s anyway, IRL. So we'll do them as little DMUs. And then we'll put town. Put town there. No, not St. Ives. This is Barry. As in Barry Island. 120 meters will do. Put it there. There we go. And it doesn't really matter what platform it sits on. I'll just have two for the sake of having two. Blah. There we go. So that's a lot of tracks. So we're gonna get in the branch line services first and get them gone. For example, Cardiff to Barry. Actually, let's get the signals in. At least at junctions. I've also not connected up with that bit of track, but that's about it. Mmm. Smells like weed going on next door. Right, on the way. Auto sig 400 meters. Yes! Please game. There we go, right. There we go. Yes, it says transport for Wales. I'm just thinking ahead. There we go. Swansea to Tallally. And the second one being Cardiff to Barry. TFW. Cardiff. Barry. We're also going to get the Cardiff to Murph via Newport, and then back via Newport for Wales, Cardiff to Murph. I have no idea how you pronounce this town. Welcome back to I'm Confused. Right. Now they're gonna have to be Great Western. Right, let me guess. The Newport service is having issues. Yes, it is. Not anymore. Right. So, let's get trains gone, I think. And we'll get them gone out of the depot up here in... The game decides it doesn't like life much. Doesn't have to be that depot. Right. What I'm gonna have over in the Welsh areas. It's gonna be prairies, I'm gonna say. Wow. Yeah, 5 coach trains, and do 6 of them. We'll do 6 of them for the Murph. And then we'll do 3 coach trains. And what, 3 coach trains? No. We're going to do what I said. What was it? 700s. And we're going to have auto coaches. For the other 2. We're gonna have 4. This one is gonna be these 2 for the Cudbury, and then those 2 for the Swansea and Linnell. Right, now that gets trains moving, we're going to let the trains move, and we're going to make our way back down to Bristol, or Bristol Parkway, where we're going to have you and you. I'm trying to figure out what I want my... what the plan is going to be. There is the expresses directly for like Cardiff and Newport. I just need to remember what they were, like what the names were. There we go. Right, so that's all signals in. Thanks. Hmm. Right. Okay, right. So, whilst we have trains on the move, which is a good thing, we're gonna go all the way back to Paddington. We're gonna start work on the stopping as well as the fast services. So, let's start with the fast. Not London Marylebone, I want Paddington. Thank you. Run fast through to Reading. Again, fast through to Swindon. Stopping at Bristol Parkway. And then finally going Cardiff and then Swansea. There we go. Cardiff. Cardiff, Bristol. Forget no. Trains will stop at Newport because Newport is a junction. Newport Bristol Parkway, which I have spelt wrong. How I was able to spell that right? I have no idea. Swindon, then next stop Reading. And back into London herself. Yeah, she does stay on the main. Yes. Right. Great Western. And this is the London Paddington to Swansea Express. Are we about to call absolute car on the railway? Absolutely. But this is the slows. So the slows are London, Paddington, Slough, Reading, Newbury. Make sure we're on the slows. Swindon, Bristol Parkway, Newport, Cardiff, Bridgend, Swindon, Bridgend, Cardiff, Newport, Bristol Parkway. Bristol Parkway, Swindon, Newbury, Reading. Wow. Back into London Paddington. There we go. And then we just make sure that it stays on that line the entire time. Yes, there we go. London Paddington to Swansea. Slow. Excellent, right. Well, that means I can get rid of Reading, Bristol. Well, Reading to Bristol, yeah, then Bristol to Cardiff. and then yeah, Welsh branches and south. Get rid of that as well because we don't need that. I can then probably put in freight on this save as well. I'm now realizing I probably should have had them like set the branch lines off somewhere closer to Cardiff. I think me bringing them up from here was a bad idea. I think also the game has just frozen. The game is indeed frozen. How can I tell? Because the audio has stopped. Yeah, it did. It just randomly crashed. Right, we'll be right back. In fact, actually, you know what? We'll probably go one step further and go. We'll catch you later. Till next time, folks. Have a good one, and you'll see us when the game has stopped being a bit of a crash. Till next time, folks. Thank you. Bye bye. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I'll do behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, I'm gonna get that main line running. We'll get by getting in the expresses and the slow trains working in tandem. And and then we'll leave, and then I'll leave it there because if anything, I will then sort out freight services after that. So till then, folks, we'll catch you later. See ya. Bye bye.